everybody, this is Chris. Thank you for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can make beads with beads. So here are some examples of decorations that you can do with any kind of beads, with any shapes, any sizes, from start to finish, which means that here I have done these decorations covered with little beads around a bead. So here are some of my original beads. They can be in any shape, again, any color. They could be, we're going to make an example with this kind of bead. It's a kind of flat oval shape, square shape bead. This one was not as flat, but it was oval as well, and I've just covered it with other beads. So that's a nice way to use up your stash. I have tons of these tiny little beads, and I mean, they're so small, sometimes I don't really know what to do with them. And in this box, for example, they were all mixed up through the, the box has mixed up all the beads together. But anyway, and I have many beads like this as well. I can't find sometimes two beads exactly the same, and it's not always easy to use them up, or the colors are a little bit ugly, or don't throw them away. You're going to be able to do embellishments with these. So what you will need for this, and for once I'm not going to use my hot glue because the hot glue is not at all made to work with this, because you need some time to put your beads, play with them, set them really nicely. So hot glue, certainly not. You're going to use this kind of glue. This is a glue that you can find in the United States, but maybe in other countries. You could also replace this. It's called the Crafter's Bic. It's a very good glue. It's a bit more expensive than others, but it's also a bit bigger, and it really dries very quickly, and it's thick. You can also use Tacky Glue, which is also very popular. It's a Lean's product. They're very nice. Any thick glue that is would be very useful for this, because it doesn't have, it should not be too liquidy, because if it's too liquidy, it's going to fall off very quickly. So try to use something that is going to dry quickly and be thick, and this is a very thick glue. So I'm going to put some glue here, and the other thing you will need are some picks like this, like toothpicks. But what I like with these is that they're starting thin and they get bigger, so it's really nice to put your bead in there, you see, and in a moment or another they're going to be stuck there. They won't be able to go further along, and I'm just going to cut that part so nothing is going to stick out of my bead. I'm going to make sure to see until where I can go. It's just going to make my my ball here a bit more perfect. I need to go to cut a little bit more until I'm okay. I think it should be fine just like that, so I still have something to hang on to. And beads. So I'm going to use small, very tiny beads like seed beads, and I'm also going to use bigger beads like these, and it's going to work just as fine. I have another example here. You might see them better. You can mix the colors. You can also use, like in this example, these are not completely rounded beads. They're, maybe you will see them better if I show you them here. They're a bit long, they're longer, so any kind of bead will actually work. Big beads or small beads. So let's start with an easy one. I'm going to take this one, and first I'm going to put some glue on here. And I'm going to be generous with the glue. Let me see if I can put some out. It's so thick. There you go. And I'm working little at a time because it really is thick and it dries so quickly. I don't want to, see my glue being too thick before I end up playing with it. So I'm just going to dip my my big bead, my big pearl in here like that. I want a really nice coverage. And something else, I would recommend using a bead that is kind of the same color as the beads you're going to use on top, just to make sure that if there's any hole, any gaps, you won't be able to see the color underneath, or it matches nicely. Just for my example, it's not as big as I thought. Anyway, just for my example, I don't really care right now because I'm going to use small beads, so I know there's going to be a very nice coverage. Sorry about that. I lost my bead. So I'm going to use these tweezers. I think they're going to be as fine to get in there. Yeah, that's good. The tweezers are going to work just fine. So I was saying I'm going to cover my bead up totally with that very thick glue. I'm not going totally around it because I want a flat piece there. You'll understand why, because I'm going to use these beads in a future project that I will share with you, and I'll show you that just after. So I'm making sure that I have a thick coverage. Thick glue, thick coverage. So I have my beads to have something, you know, to hang on to. That's important. Okay, I think I'm fine. And now I'm going to use, why not, these beads. So they're quite big, and I'm just going to do this. I'm going to dip my big bead into the others. All right. And now what I'm going to do, and I have some falling off, it's okay. And this is why I can't use hot glue for this, is because I need to have some time to play with it, because I want to make sure that all my big bead is covered with the other beads, and I need to have some time to play with them, add a little bit more. And I've already done a video kind of the same where you can make very nice pieces of jewelry, but this is a little different, and I'm using other kinds of materials too. So I'm just putting the beads in the gaps to have a really nice coverage. And this glue is white for now. It's gonna dry kind of clear, not totally clear. It's gonna be a little bit opaque because it's a thick glue, but you won't be able to see it afterwards. It's going to be quite translucent. And you see, I'm trying to make a perfect ball shape. I hope I was not too much off camera. I don't know why my camera is moving as well. Let's try and do this. Sorry about that. Technical issues sometimes. I'm putting some more. And I really want to have a nice rounded shape as much as I can. I try to be really neat there, and it doesn't take that long. Look at that. It's a nice shape, right? It's really rounded, nothing is sticking out. And then you're gonna just leave it to dry. So depending on your area, if it's dry or humid, if it's hot or cold, I would leave it like this about, you know, overnight at least to make sure. And then it's gonna be really hard. Nothing's gonna fall off. Because you have put a thick layer, they're really gonna hang onto the glue and be embedded, if you wish, into the glue. So one is done here. I'm gonna put it aside. And I'm going to use this time this flat bead to show you that you can really adapt this to other beads. Let's say that I want to cover this one up, and I'm going to stay with the same kind of colors. You see, I've got some pink here. So I'm going to mix with smaller beads. I'm going to put some pink in here. All right, I'm going to put I don't know if I'm going to put the whole tube in there, maybe not right now, but half of it. And now this one in here. I'm going to mix these up. I just don't want to have one color, so that's why I'm doing this. Okay, I'm going to take my bead, there it is, put it into my glue, do the same thing again, and I think this glue is drying so fast. Nice thick coverage, and I like to do this with my fingers. They're my best friends. They're always there, so they're, you know, really handy. It's like a lollipop. Really, they're nice. I think I've got a big blob there. I need to take that one away. And honestly, it goes very quickly. You don't need a lot of time to do this. Make a whole bunch at a time. All right. And now, same process. Just like if you were making some candies. I usually do that for Christmas. And there you go. I'm going to use my other hand. I don't have any glue here. And I'm going to try to find the same shape I had in the beginning. Something very similar. And it's giving it a lot of volume actually, which I like. So if you want to have a smaller bead, you start from a smaller bead. If you want to use a bigger bead, it's going to do this. This bead was not that big in the beginning, but I've used very big beads, so it made something very nice too. So you can see that I've used very different shapes of beads as well. Some big ones. That one is tiny compared to this one, but the result is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this one. Long beads. They're not AB or seed beads. It's nice too. Let me keep on doing this before it dries completely on me. And because underneath I have that pink, in case I have a little gap, even though it's dry, you can always come back and add more. But it's nicer, I think it's quicker to try to do it good the first time, so you don't have to come back and do it more. But in case you have gaps, underneath it's pink. So pink on pink, you won't even really see it. Look at that. Done. The shape is perfect. Nothing is really sticking out. And you can use these mini embellishments. And I'll show you this in my future project. Let's get a sneak peek of what I'm going to use this for. I haven't used them yet, but we're going to do nice decorations like these. Look at that. I needed a bead, something really special, and I think I'm probably going to use this bead on top. Look how nice this is going to be. Okay, this is why I needed some flat back here, something flat to put on top. I don't need to have beads all around my bead, but you can do that if you want to. This is why if you're using a little pick like this, it's going to be very easy and very useful. So we'll do this in a next video. So let me see. Yeah, then you put that aside to dry and you're done. So again, I'm not going to show you more because I think you understood the trick. Just use any beads, seed beads, big beads, pearls, flat back beads. You could use that as well. If you wanted something really flat for a ring as well, it could be nice. Look at all the colors. So quickly done. I've got this one and these. And now I have this one as well. So nice. And it's cheap. I'm sure you have a lot of beads. Sometimes when you have beads like these, I didn't like these beads, for example. Okay, I didn't really like the color in the beginning, and but look now, this bead, I love it. I really love it, and I'm going to use it this way more than just having all these beads there lying around and just, you know, taking dust in my drawer. Now I'm going to use them up. And this is what I like to do. Sometimes go over my stash and see what can I do with this, because I need to use it up. You know, I bought it, or sometimes a lot of people offered that to me because they don't use it and I don't like to throw away. It's a waste of money. So there you go. I hope you like these few tricks. You can use this on so many things. Look at these. I have many beads there. This one, I know I'm never going to use it. That way I can cover it up. Sometimes you've got broken pieces. You can use that technique as well. This black bead, I'm not sure I'm going to use it up. I can see that there are a few pieces there and there, here and there, you know, the paint that went off. I'm probably going to put something nice on it, another color. Why not golden beads to change it? Same thing on these beads. You know, why not? Use what you have. So please, if you like this video, give me some thumbs up. If you have other suggestions like this, please share that with me. If you want me to show you some videos or tricks, just ask, and I'll try to do my best to make videos if it can help. And subscribe to this channel, of course, and don't forget to hit the bell button and also share on social medias. And have fun, because I really did have a lot of fun, and I'm going to use these on different projects. Next time I will show you what we're going to do with these. So thank you so much. Take care and see you soon.